Thank you, Mr. Timer. Our sixth speaker is Manju Baznet. Manju, can you verbally verify that you can see the timer?
Yes, I can see the timer.
Thank you. And I can verify that your audio is working.
Thank you.
Manju Baznet, you must study. You must study, Manju Baznet.
Imagine a 12-year-old girl. It's her first day in a new school, in a new country. She's shy. She cannot speak properly or write the language. And now she's sitting in the classroom without having the tools to achieve what has become the focal point of her life. You must study. Her parents taught her. Honorable Chair, fellow Toastmasters, and guests, the struggle you are in today is developing the strength you need for tomorrow. Do not give up. I was that 12-year-old girl. My first day in grade 7 was one of the most important days of my life. That is when I began to understand the power of a dream. I was born in a medium class family in India, where I have completed my education till grade 6 in English medium. Our life was smooth and our daily routine was comfortable. My dad had a good earnings, but my mom was looking for our future. They decided to move back to their original homeland of Nepal in search of new opportunities for their 5 children. It was a risk, and they made a tough decision because moving back meant leaving their comfortable life behind. The real struggles started once we moved to Nepal. With very little money to spend, my dad analyzed the cost of living and chose to buy a small farm in a village. As he could not afford to pay for the private school, he enrolled all 5 of us in a government school, where 7 subjects were taught in Nepali and only one in English. Have you ever been in a situation like this where you feel totally uncomfortable, totally overwhelmed with what lay ahead of you? That day, I found myself in a completely new environment. I knew only Nepali alphabet. I couldn't understand what the teacher was saying. I couldn't communicate with my classmate properly. You could imagine how tough it was. Not only that, we had to help our parents with the household duties, cut the grass, work on the farm, and gather the wood from the surrounding jungles. And most of my friends' parents were working in jobs or in business, and their lives were smoother and easier, more like the life we left behind in India. Each day, when I would carry our doko, a bamboo basket on my back, and walk by my friend's house on the way to cut grass, I would think, I wish my parents had jobs. Then I wouldn't have to struggle this much. But the struggle I had during those times taught me to never give up. Deep inside my heart, I had a big dream to become a successful person. I started putting in more effort by staying late night, most night till 11 p.m., and waking up at 4 a.m. to begin again. Within a year, I was in the top 5 in a class of 40 students. My accomplishment energized and motivated me. I started participating in many academic activities and received prizes and medals. Each time I succeeded over adversity, I felt more confident. I could see my big dream forming in the distance. You must study. My parents' words became my guiding light. Education was the way out of poverty. Neither of my parents had a chance to get an education, so I will always be grateful to them for creating such a lovely environment so we could study. Our parents gave us so wonderful memories to cherish. Yes, we were poor farmers. But we learned it's not the money that matters the most, but how you spend your time with your children that matters the most. In order to pursue my bachelor's and master's degree, I moved to capital city of Kathmandu at the age of 18. Instead of getting easier, my life got tougher. In addition to studying full time, I also started working full time, earning a limited salary and living on my own while paying for rent, groceries, tuition fees was hard. In order to make ends meet, I had to sacrifice my breakfast every day. I often went to work and college feeling sick. With each course completed and each certification earned, my dream was getting closer. Each time I shared my accomplishment with my dad, he said it inspired him, it gave him hope, and that inspired me to work even harder. I began reading and watching inspiring stories. They helped to energize me. I began to believe that I could achieve my big dream. I learned to see it, feel it, and test it. I managed to complete my master's degree with honors. My dad passed away in 2013, but not before his dream of having all his five children educated had been fulfilled. Walt Disney said, all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. That young girl in that classroom in Nepal didn't know how to read or write in Nepali, but she did know one thing. She could learn and she could dream. Courage inspired by the power of a dream that brought me here to Canada. I have faced adversity, yes. But those tough times had made me more dedicated to lifelong learning than ever because I know each phase of life teaches us a great lesson. That's why I am stronger. You must study. I am honored to share my dad's words with you today. Learn from the adversity in your life. It will make you stronger. What type of challenges are you facing today? What lessons will you learn from it? Honorable Chair.
Thank you, Manju.